All right, and in the latest in Greenland row, Donald Trump has imposed 10% tariffs on 8 European nations, sending shockwaves perhaps to the entire Europe. To talk more on this, we've been joined by foreign affairs expert Malika Pandey, who's joining us live on the broadcast. Ma'am, a very warm welcome to the broadcast, a very warm welcome to DD India News. We were telling our viewers that in the latest, Trump has announced tariffs on 8 European countries over Greenland row. How do you assess this move by the US president? And that makes me also ask how crucial Greenland is to the United States.
Thank you so much, first of all, for having me on your studio.
Pleasure.
And I just want to say that this is the largest island in the world with 50,000 population, but it is an ultimate jackpot. That's what I would like to share with your viewers, because it does not only have oil. If you see the history, wherever US attacks, be it Iraq, be it Libya, be it Venezuela now, it's always attacked the countries which are rich in oil. But Greenland, like I said, is an ultimate jackpot, not only in oil, but rare earth metals.
Yeah, right.
Which have not been excavated because, it wasn't possible because of the snow. But due to climate change, you see a constant decline in the snow. So it's there for rare earth metals, which are used highly in technology. There is oil. And the third thing which is there is the shipping route. So, largely if you see, the shipping routes have been dependent on the trade of the world have been dependent either on Panama Canal or the Suez Canal.
Yeah.
But now we have a new canal developing there, which is the Northwest Passage, which Trump fears is going to be taken by Russia and China. I don't know how he's blaming it on China, actually, because according to the marine traffic, and I was looking at the data and I was analyzing the data, even though China tried to enter Greenland, it couldn't, because Denmark and Greenland government blocked them out of the deal. So you don't see Russia and China entering that much. Of course, they're interested, but they are not being able to enter like the president claims. But this place is proximately very close to the US. So hence, it turns out to be very important. And because of the, some people see global warming as a threat. But sadly, for a superpower like America, he's seeing it as an opportunity. And opportunity not only in terms of trade, but in terms of controlling that entire place. And even though we see America's present in Greenland for a very long time, I mean, they already have their base there. They have 100 people deployed there. But you see, they just want to own it, because he clearly states that they want to defend it. And, all these things, it's very unfortunate whatever the events are happening there. And with the tariffs coming up, like you clearly mentioned, that there are 10% tariffs which have been put on to the NATO allies. And this is the same Denmark, by the way, which supported US in Afghan and Iraq war.
Yeah, and the tariffs could go up to 25% as well.
Yes, the tariffs could go up to 25% starting from June. And these are NATO allies. I mean, their Article 5 clearly states that they have to be together. So this is such a paradox.
You're absolutely right here. You just mentioned Article 5. I want to ask you that Article 5 says, we all are aware of it, that attack on one country will be considered as attack on all the countries. But the fact is that if Article 5 comes into place, will they be able to attack United States, the country who actually formed NATO? In 1949.
In 1949. Right. I mean, the basic of the entire military, if you study, 70% of the defense is controlled by America.
You're right.
Only 30%, they just give just 30%, which is very less amount for 31 countries in the NATO. It's the ratio, the proportion is, so without America, NATO is not there. Let's just understand that.
Exactly.
I mean, French army just deployed 100 personals there. Some armies, Italy army, very few personals there, because their whole backbone is America.
You're right. I also want to ask you that you mentioned deal, that if China wants to get into Greenland, then they will be put out of the deal. But there is no deal happening as such, because people there are very much angry. They are protesting. They don't want to be Americans. They just want to be Greenlanders. But my question to you now is, what's going to happen to NATO?
NATO, like it's very interesting how the series of events are evolving now. Like if you see the NATO, all half of the people in NATO are opposing Trump, and it's also it's a big hypocrisy that how confused are Trump's MPs. Also, you see a lot of Republicans. Gang up against Trump and his policies, be it for the Venezuela, be it for Greenland. A lot of people are saying US is going to lose their credibility. And for Greenlanders also, you see massive protests in Nuuk also. Yesterday, you
Yes.
see a lot of protests in Denmark as well. So all of them are protesting. Thousands of people are gathering, and this is one of the largest protests that the Greenlanders have done. I mean, so far they're like Greenland is not for sale. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not your business deal. And Trump likes to put tariffs, like we all know. And these tariffs have now become political punishment, honestly.
Yeah. Right.
So
Uh, yeah. Please continue. You were saying something.
So I think it's just going to dissolve. I think NATO is just going to dissolve if
You
Trump
think so?
decides to attack them. Yes, I would rather say that, because all the EU countries, like be it France, be it Germany, be it UK, all of them are coming together. All of them are putting their statements
And
that
will there be any possibility that US might pull out of NATO?
yes, high possibility. I mean, seeing Trump and his confused foreign policy, I mean, you see he's threatened his
Right.
old-time friend Cuba as well. The only friendly country who helped support them in the Cold War. I mean, they're now threatening Denmark as well. They're like, I mean, I've never seen, and it's really funny that the White House posted an image sometime back where they show a dog sledge, and it's an animation. And I would like your viewers to go to the White House. Just 2-3 days back, they have posted this tweet where they have made the Greenlanders choose two pathways. One is the pathway where the US flag is there, and one is the pathway where Russia and China are there.
Right.
So
Right.
I mean, these kind of animations that he posts, these kind of tweets that he's putting out there. I mean, it's a very confused state of affairs that we are in right now.
And we'll have to wait and see what will happen next. But coming on to what you are also saying, that US has its eyes on Greenland since 150 years. It's not
Yeah,
1 year, 2 year, 10 year, 50, 150 year. They want a
yeah.
deal. They want a deal. Trump wants it at any cost. He said if not US, then either Russia or China will take it. Do you see it happening? If so, do you see it happening by force?
I think Russia and China are having the last laugh, because this will mark the decline of the NATO deal. So what better? I mean, it's the last laugh that both of these countries are sharing, and both these superpowers are sharing, that if Trump does this, it's going to dissolve NATO at the end of the day, and he will do it by force. Because if you see that the proximity of Greenland is closer to US rather than Denmark or Europe. And like I clearly mentioned that earlier, they have always been behind Greenland for 150 years, but now what we as citizens of India are seeing as global, the climate change as a global threat. Trump is at the end of the day a businessman. He's seeing it as a business opportunity, because this opens the Northwest Canal, which reduces the shipping routes, right? The reduction of this shipping passage means more money for him. So he's a businessman at the end of the day. This is a deal for him. Tariffs are political punishments for him. So this is a guy we're talking about who is very confused in his foreign affairs.
Right, and we know US has said that they want Greenland because it's vital from the security perspective. But is it just restricted to that? Because you were also mentioning critical minerals, you were also
Yeah.
mentioning trade routes, sea routes, and you were also mentioning oil. Is it something beyond that as well? Beyond what meets the eye?
Oh, yes. Also, there's one very interesting thing that I came across very recently and I've been reading about Greenland a lot of times. And what is there to see is that if someday Russia decides to attack the US, this place can be used as like the Israel has their Iron Dome. There was a possibility where he is building a Golden Dome here.
Yeah.
So you see that he can build something like that, a Golden Dome, which, if any time Russia attacks or any power attacks, because this is like sort of a Greenland is an opening to the Western world that way.
You're right.
So it can give him a 15-minute, which was in the analysis that it would give him a 15-minute heads up if anybody is attacking US. If kind of controlling Greenland, kind of installing something in Greenland will give him that upper edge. That if any Asian country or any European country decides to attack America, they can come to know about it 15 minutes before the attack. So, that's a huge, huge time. So,
Right.
security wise, national security wise, it's very important, like he said, for America to control it. But we need to see that, and he mentions all these things like, oh, Denmark just controls it because it was just 500 years ago. There was a boat of Danish people which landed there and they said that it's theirs. But Greenlanders have just marked that we want to be with Denmark and not with the US. So that's what Trump also needs to understand, that it's a semi-autonomous area.
Right. Also, ma'am, under Cold War treaty, American forces enjoy almost unfettered military access there. Can this treaty be used by US to bring in more forces and execute what they want?
Oh, they're already doing that. I mean, they have 100 personals already deployed there.
Perhaps
they have
150.
Their base there.
Perhaps 150.
Yeah, perhaps 100 to 150. I mean, they keep doing that changes, and sometimes they're also not clear. They're not very open about that source as well. So they've deployed a lot of people already there. But yes, it's going to see US. Like I said, it's in the confused state of affairs now. I mean, we see them attacking Venezuela according to the UN Security Council Article 2 and 42. They cannot attack a country like that, which is a sovereign country, and they pick up the president and they attack and they take his wife also. And the trial is being held at a New York court. I mean, they're not even US citizens. How are you holding them accountable in the US courts?
Okay, let's focus on Greenland, ma'am, very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, So what I mean to say, anything is possible for the US right now.
Okay, anything is possible for the United States. This is a situation which is developing, and we'll see more and more updates in future. But as of now, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining in on DD News. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.